Ever feel like you need, like, I don't know, 5 different versions of yourself just to handle everything life throws at you?
Haha. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Well, get this. In today's deep dive, we're going to meet a deity who actually embodies that concept.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Panchamuki Hanuman.
5 faces.
You got it. 5 faces. We're diving into some excerpts all about this incredible 5-faced form of Hanuman.
Okay.
We'll explore his origins, unpack all that symbolism, and even talk about how he's worshipped today.
This is going to be fascinating.
So, when we think about Hanuman, we usually picture, like, strength, right?
Yeah, definitely. Power, devotion.
But Panchamuki Hanuman, he's not just about raw power.
No.
He's got this whole other level to him. He's about harnessing multiple, very specific divine energies.
Okay, so like different types of power. Targeted power, you could say.
Exactly. It's like he's got a power for every situation.
Yeah.
So to understand how this 5-faced wonder came to be, we got to go back to the Ramayana.
Oh, the Ramayana epic.
During the big battle with Ravana, the 10-headed demon king,
Of course, of course.
Hanuman, always the devoted one, is on a rescue mission to save Rama and his brother Lakshmana.
Right.
But here's the twist. They're not being held by Ravana himself.
No. Who's got him then?
It's Ravana's ally, Ahiravana,
Ahiravana. Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
king of the netherworld, no less. And he's planning to sacrifice them. Talk about high stakes.
Seriously, and Ahiravana, he's no pushover either. Like, you don't become king of the netherworld by being a lightweight.
Exactly. He's powerful and tricky to defeat.
Mhm.
And that's where Hanuman's got to step it up.
Okay, so how does he do it? I mean, how do you beat a guy like that?
Well, faced with this seemingly impossible situation, Hanuman transforms. He becomes the Panchamuki form.
5 faces. To take on the king of the netherworld. I like it. So each face represents a different deity, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate divine team-up. Each face is not just an image. It embodies specific powers and purpose. You ready for the rundown?
Hit me with it.
Okay, so facing east, you've got Hanuman himself,
Makes sense.
representing courage, strength, the core essence of Hanuman.
Classic Hanuman.
Then facing south, we've got Narasimha.
Narasimha.
Now he's intense.
The fierce lion man avatar of Vishnu. Protection against evil, conquering fear. Those times when you need a boost of courage to face a challenge, that's Narasimha's energy.
So, like, when you're up against something scary, call on Narasimha. Got it. What's next?
Westward, facing west, you have Garuda. Now, he's a fascinating one.
Oh, yeah, Garuda, the king of the skies. What's he all about?
He's the mythical bird, king of the skies, Vishnu's mount. Garuda represents freedom, freedom from poisons and things holding us back.
Okay, I like that. Freedom from poison.
Yeah.
So not just physical poison, but also like mental or spiritual things that can weigh us down. I feel like I could use some of that Garuda energy sometimes.
Right. It's like this whole other dimension of strength, isn't it?
Totally. So we've got courage, protection, freedom. What other powers are we packing here?
Northward, you have Varha, the boar avatar of Vishnu.
Varaya, okay.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a boar. He rescued the earth from the depths, so he symbolizes protection, but also prosperity and stability. And last but certainly not least, facing upwards, Hayagriva,
Hayagriva. Now, that one's a little less familiar.
the horse-headed avatar of Vishnu. He's all about knowledge, wisdom, that intellectual power, like having access to the Vedas themselves.
Wow. Okay, so Panchamuki Hanuman is like a whole divine superhero team rolled into one.
Right. He's got a strength for every situation.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the story. How does he actually defeat Ahiravana?
Yeah, good point. You've got all these faces, all this power, but how do you use them against a guy like Ahiravana?
Well, remember, Ahiravana can't be defeated by brute force alone. He's got a unique weakness.
Oh. What is it?
5 lamps,
Lamps. What, like mood lighting?
burning in 5 different directions, and they have to be extinguished simultaneously. Talk about a challenge.
Wait, 5 lamps, 5 directions, 5 faces. I'm seeing where you're going with it.
You got it. With his 5 faces, Hanuman can blow out all 5 lamps at once. It's a brilliant display of strategy, ingenuity, and of course, power.
He used his powers strategically, targeted them perfectly. That's amazing.
This victory really highlights how Panchamuki Hanuman is about more than just brute strength. It's about strategy and wisdom.
Using the right power at the right time.
And the symbolism goes even deeper, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is about way more than just one story. Think about it. 5 faces, 5 deities, all coming together as one.
It's like a visual representation of the unity of all these different divine energies. like different parts of the universe working together.
And that unity, that harmony, it creates something truly powerful. Like all these different forces are needed to achieve something truly amazing.
And it makes you think, doesn't it, about how we can tap into our own strengths, all the different sides of ourselves, to overcome challenges.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, nobody's just one thing. We all have different sides to ourselves, different strengths we can call upon, just like Hanuman.
And for those who worship Panchamukhi Hanuman today, that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're looking for protection, courage, guidance, spiritual growth. They want to access that full potential just like Panchamukhi Hanuman.
And it's not just a concept, it's real, you know?
Yeah,
There are actual temples dedicated to Panchamukhi Hanuman,
really.
like the one in Ramaswaram. It shows how this idea resonates with people, how powerful it is.
These stories, they really stick with you, don't they? And they still have so much to teach us.
Absolutely. So when we look at everything we've learned about Hanuman, it really reinforces him as this ultimate, multifaceted figure.
Yeah, he's strong, he's devoted, he's a savior. And the Panchamukhi form, it's like all those qualities get amplified, turned up to 11.
Totally. And we see how important it is to have different approaches for different situations. Strategy matters. Wisdom matters.
It's not just about hitting things hard, you got to hit them smart too.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the legend of Panchamukhi Hanuman, I'm left with this image. 5 faces, each one a different kind of power.
It's powerful imagery for sure.
And it makes me wonder, what are our 5 faces? What are those unique strengths we can each call upon to face our own challenges and achieve our goals?
That's a really interesting question.
Something for all of us to think about. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time.
See you then.